Hey guys, thanks for subscribing. And as I always say, please ask your friends to subscribe as well. And if you're just watching this and you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate you doing so. We want to keep doing this. We're trying to spread around information that people need to know as you need it to know it. And that's tough to do until we get some kind of a unified, concentrated place with a Democratic face who's going to be serving as sort of the fact checker and sort of supreme press secretary type. And obviously, as you know, I want Pete Buttigieg to do that job. He's the person to do it. So far, it's not happening. So you have people like me and others out there alerting you to information and what Trump is doing because people don't know. We know that he shut down basically the CDC. He doesn't want us knowing about pandemics. He doesn't want your children vaccinated. Vaccinations, my guess, will be something that the rich people get. And if you can follow the bouncing ball here, you can figure out that with Elon Musk in charge, he's big on eugenics. And he is definitely a white supremacist, as you know, and he thinks that his little self, not little, his big, fat, pasty white lard of a self is somehow the supreme race. And he thinks that people like him, with his 13 children, with all these different women, he's supposed to spread around his superior white sperm, I guess. And the policies that he and Donald Trump are enacting, when you put them all together, it's terrifying because what they're trying to do is basically eliminate and kill off Black and brown people, elderly people, disabled people, special needs kids, all of it. This is why they want to get rid of Medicaid. Medicaid, 25% of Americans are on Medicaid right now. They will die, most of them, many of them, without it, or get sick and die early. This is what they want because it's the poor and disadvantaged people that are on there. Elderly people, they don't want them on Social Security for a long time. They want them to die off. Got that? They don't want people who are on any kind of assistance for food or anything else. And if the poor people in the country tend to be Black and brown people, they don't want them around. Vaccines, again, they'd be there for the rich kids, but for the poor people, they won't. That's how they get rid of us. They want a bird flu pandemic, okay? Because that's how you kill off the vulnerable population. Recall during the COVID pandemic how some of these people said that the sick and elderly people, in our society will be more than willing to give up their lives so that we can build herd immunity. Remember that? This is who these people are. This was who Hitler was. And we know what Elon Musk thinks of Hitler. Loves the guy. And we know that Trump, according to his late ex-wife, studied Hitler, kept a book of Hitler's speeches at his bedside. And Trump admitted it. Okay? So stop acting all, clutching your pearls, Republicans, at the mere suggestion that Trump and Elon Musk really admire Hitler. They do. And we know this. And Musk does give the Nazi salute. He meant it. He knew what he was doing. He did it twice. We know his grandparents are Nazis, were Nazis. So let's just get that argument off the table because we know what these guys are. So they want to kill us off. And that sounds too simple and crude, but this is what it all amounts to. So once you remove the help that people need, they die. They die earlier. And that saves the federal government money so that there's more money for the oligarchs. There's more money for Elon Musk to steal from us. All the problems that Tesla has been having. No one wants the Tesla Cybertrucks anymore. They're ugly. They blow up. They're Nazi trucks basically now. So what does Trump do? He has our federal government order up about $1 bazillion worth of these things to help out Musk. So whether you like it or not, our federal government is buying up these ugly, dangerous Cybertrucks, these Nazi machines that no one wants. Okay. More money for Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and the oligarchs if you can kill off the most vulnerable in our society. And that is exactly what they're doing. And when you connect the dots, it does appear that literally all of their policies tend to go in that direction, don't they? Now, have you also heard that their mass deportation isn't working out and they've had to like send some of these people back and let them loose in the United States, let everybody be free? It's a little harder than they thought it was going to be. And what's interesting about this is Trump was president for 4 years, and yet Joe Biden deported more people than Trump did. And Joe Biden did it without the cruelty and the brutality and the fanfare. And Joe Biden is the one that got Mexico to agree to put troops on the border, not Trump. But for Trump, the cruelty is the point, and that's what they need to show. They want it to be violent because that's what a lot of the MAGAs like. It's entertaining for them. Okay? But this is what they're trying to do. So when Elon Musk told us that they're going to have to tank the economy and it's going to hurt for a while, what he meant was we're going to somehow get rid of the most vulnerable people in our society. And those of you, the strongest of the fittest, the survival of the fittest, if you can survive what we're going to do to this country, you'll be okay in the end. A lot of others will be gone. But this is what he meant. This is where we are. It remains to be seen if the Supreme Court will go along with him, but we do know that it has nothing to do with ideology. You may always disagree with a conservative justice, but just because you're conservative doesn't mean you have to be corrupt, unless you're a Donald Trump Supreme Court justice. And that's where we are. There are plenty of Republicans and Reagan-appointed justices and Bush-appointed judges around the country that are not doing Trump's bidding. So what is he out there doing? He's threatening impeachment of them. He's putting that out there now to threaten and intimidate them to do his bidding. That's where we are. I think we can survive this, but not if we think half measures are going to work. We have to put our best foot forward, our best and brightest out there. And if we don't do it soon, and right now, to be clear, we are not, but if we don't do it soon, the world is watching, and they won't help us if we won't help ourselves. It's really that simple. So, talk to you tomorrow.